My name is Lauren Howell, and my running goal is to qualify for the next Boston Marathon. I guess I got into running a few years ago, probably about 3 years ago. During college, I was on the rowing team, so I was just used to kind of like being in practice, every day. And then after school, I was just like, what do I do with all my time? I miss the structure of having a team and having like a goal and something to do. So I just started running because I could, and I really liked it. So I just kept doing it, and here I am, still doing it.
So we're at the Austin High Track, right off the Town Lake Trail. My friend and I just did a 5-mile run this morning on the trail, which is my favorite place to run. I always have coffee because I can't live without it. I need it. Coffee makes me a nice person. So yeah, sometimes I drink it before my workout and after, and sometimes during because I love it.
So I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born and raised in Houston. And after school, I just sort of stuck around for a couple years because I liked it. It was just a great place to live for a couple years, but it was time to come back to Texas. So I moved down to Austin a few months ago, and I love it.
Austin's a lot more outdoorsy. There's just more things to do outside, around the trail and Barton Springs and the Greenbelt. So definitely easier to get outside in Austin for sure. The Town Lake Trail, that's my place. I love it. I love running on it, walking it, just being there. I probably go there almost every day. I love it so much.
What you rocking?
Fresh from 1080s. My favorites.
Favorite shoe?
Right now, yeah. They're great for long runs. They're awesome. My feet don't get tired.
I was trying to get it how I live. I want them dead presidents. I want to pull up, head spin, get fly. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. I don't get tired. I don't get tired. I don't get tired. Get tired. I got 6 jobs.
So originally, I wanted to do the Houston Marathon last year. And I was just like, I do want to do this marathon. I'd done a couple marathons before with I wasn't following a training plan. I just kind of went out and did it. But I had, a pretty rigid training plan from my coach and a really good group that was supporting me. And, so I was like, I think I'll do this for time and see how well I can do. And my coach was one who was like, I think you can qualify for Boston. And honestly, a thought had really never come into my mind before. So once he said that, I was like, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. So this year's hopefully the year.
My name is Amanda Hansen, and my running goal is to qualify for next year's Boston Marathon. It was probably fall of 2012 or spring of 2013 when I started running. It was right around the time I started dating my husband. I started because my husband's mother was a marathoner, and I was feeling really out of shape and wanted something. And she's like, well, why don't you try going on a run with me? And it was terribly painful, but I'm a competitive person, so I was like, if she can do it, I have to be able to do this.
I am just finishing up mile 7, I think, maybe 8. One of the two. I'm having a little snack. Some Cliff Blocks. They're cran raz. They're all toasty.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work, 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 work. On diamonds
diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. 100,000 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear, flying here. It ain't what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get love for that. I heard he stole my swag, but I don't want it back.
Yeah, my first race was a 5K. It was one that my husband's mom had wanted us all to do. It was to support breast cancer. One of her best friends was going through treatment for breast cancer at the time. So we all even my husband ran. We all ran this race because she wanted us all to be there to support her friend. And it was successful in that I ran the whole time and I finished, and that was my overall goal at the time. I had never run 3 miles before at that point. So I was like, okay, if I can do this, then I can probably get faster. I can probably go further. And I just sort of got into it from there.
Everybody that runs it is mentally, they're changed. They become a changed person after running the marathon. The marathon distance changes people.
A multitude of emotions can happen. I mean, you're excited, obviously, like this is something you've been training for a long time. You're also scared because literally anything can happen.
Marathoning is such a mental thing. Just going through all the training, and then even the race itself is just like, it's all in your mind.
Running is fun to me. It took a while. It took a year or two for it to actually not feel like a chore I have to do. When it's one of those things where, like, if you do a habit for long enough, it becomes something that you enjoy. I don't know. I like it. I enjoy going for runs. I know. Yeah, I do a lot of cross training because when I got hurt, it was an overuse injury. It was IT band stuff. So I have to keep up the cross training or it flares up again. I'm at the 9-round kickboxing gym. They're 30-minute kickboxing workouts. I started coming here because a coworker at Texas Running Company was a trainer here, and he encouraged me to come. He said it would help my running because I've always had knee issues, IT band stuff, and he's like, it'll strengthen your hips, it'll strengthen your core, you'll get to punch stuff, and I was like, cool, in. So I've been coming for 6 months or so now, and it has been helping.
You feel strong?
Yeah, and I...
Show me the guns.
No. Not doing that. I felt faster, just, it helps, like, my core and my hips and stuff. I don't know. I've been running without pain, that's the important thing.
So Amanda, I know from Texas Running Company. She's super cool. So when I first started, I'm pretty sure I worked with her like on one of my first days. She's one of the first people I met here, and she was like the first person to like teach me about a lot of the shoes, and so that was kind of how we became friends. And we really have a lot in common, like with running and working at the same place. I don't know, we both just really get along. So she's really cool, and definitely knowing that she's gonna be like running with me like on race day will help me a lot. Like when I'm out there, just knowing she's out there somewhere will give me like more comfort and confidence.
have several things I'm pretty passionate about. Running is one of them. I'm very internally driven, so everything that I do comes from within me. I don't need a lot of people to tell me to complete stuff, but I also really love to read and write, so I do both of those things a lot. I did write a book. It was published in June 2017. It's called Something Beautiful. It's a contemporary novel. It caused a little bit of a firestorm on the internet.
Anything embarrassing?
Anything embarrassing? I'll have to think about that one. All right.
Day and night, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain what I need for keeps, this silly game we play. Now look at this, madness, the magnet keeps attracting me. I try to run, but see I'm not that fast. I think I'm first, but surely finish last. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. Day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night.
2 weeks away from Houston, I feel pretty good. I feel ready. The cooler weather's been very encouraging, so I'm hoping for a cooler race day than last year. The weather, it was like 80 degrees and like 90+% humidity at the start line before the sun rose, and then it just got worse and it was terrible. So it can't be worse. It'll only be better.
Running I actually made a priority over a lot of things when we moved here because it made me feel better with all of the stress of things that were going on. It was hard to balance, especially at first. I ended up making running a priority in that I did that over trying to make friends and stuff. I was really lonely for a long time. It was just me and my dog running like 5 times a week. And then I started working at Texas Running Company part-time, and that made me meet people and made some friends.
Once I started running marathons, I did try to stay a little healthier. I say this as I'm grating cheese because healthy to me just means portion control, I guess. I still eat all the same things. I haven't really learned anything. Right now I'm grating 2 cups of pepper jack cheese to make mac and cheese. So this is my way of being healthy. Well, that's fine. It's finished! Ta-da! So this is spicy mac and cheese with bacon in it. So it's got pepper jack cheese, red pepper flakes, and bacon.
And so how will this fuel you for your next run?
Pasta fuels you to go further. I just really like mac and cheese. I don't know.
Training for a marathon has really taught me discipline. Just like with running, you can't like quit. Like if you're on a long run, if you're 10 miles out, you have to run 10 miles back. Like you have no option. You have to do it. And like, I don't know, I feel like that's helped me, especially when I was so busy this year, just knowing that like I did not have the option to quit. I just had to do it and just stick your head down and get through it. And I feel like a lot of that just comes from my running background.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We're back. Anything new? Anything interesting?
New year, new you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything new with you? No, nothing new?
We're engaged.
There was nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely. Living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. Ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you.
So we're 7 days out from the marathon. It's a week from today. I'm very excited. Starting to get a little bit nervous, but I'm also in taper mode, so that's a little bit weird. I feel like I should be doing more, but you know, I trust my training, so I'm just sort of relaxing. I am really engaged. It's not a myth. Zach proposed on New Year's Eve. So that's going to be fun. It'll be fun to go to the race with my fiance. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited for the expo. I'm excited to be in Houston. Yeah, my family will be there. I'm just ready to run.
So this is where I work. This is Run Lab. It's a sports medicine clinic for runners in Austin, where I do massage. So it's pretty great. It's right in the heart of downtown. Yeah.
How much do you charge?
We bill through insurance.
It is exactly 7 days from marathon day, so at this point, a week from now, I'll be done, and I'll know if I made it or not into Boston, and I don't know, it's a weird thing to think about, I guess.
The exciting thing is, if you say that you've run Boston, in the minds of most runners, that means that you've qualified, that you've reached a certain level, at an amateur level at least, of qualifying for Boston. And it's kind of a marker of dedication and pace and talent to get to there.
And you're gonna go through a lot of emotions as the race goes on. Like, it's gonna get difficult. You have to, like, just knowing that, oh man, 3 hours from now I'm gonna be probably cursing every time I make a stride, but you're ready for that.
If I were to make the time, I don't know. That's like, because it's been my goal for so long, I don't know how I would react to that.
I don't know how fast I can go, and that's kind of what I like about it. Boston wouldn't be the final step for me. You know, I know that even if I qualify for Boston this year and then make it to Boston, I just really love the marathon itself. So I feel like I'll always be, you know, working on my time for that. I don't see an end to it, just always trying to improve. I always eat Chipotle the night before a race. I don't know why, it's just, that's what I always do. My stomach is used to it. I run on Chipotle.
So I get a veggie bowl from Chipotle. It's really good. Guac is free on the veggie bowl. I don't eat meat, so that's why I do it. Zach eats all the meat for me. I don't know. I just think the meat industry, it kind of grosses me out, so I just switched to being a vegetarian. I don't know, it wasn't a really hard transition, but I enjoy it. I'm doing it for about 4 years now.
All right, so let's go through my race day outfit. I've got the Wissell singlet here that has my bib on it already. Underneath that, I'm gonna wear my favorite Lululemon long sleeve shirt. It's seen a lot of runs now. It's my favorite, so I'm gonna wear that underneath. I've got a North Face sports bra that is also my favorite. I'm gonna run in the Brooks Levitate. At the expo today, I found some of these nifty shoelaces, and I've got this nice skull cap here. Hopefully that'll keep me warm in the around freezing start time. Got some nice gloves, and then I'm gonna have the honey stingers in my favorite flavor, the pomegranate passion, along with some strawberry Cliff Blocks. So ready to go tomorrow. Less than an hour to the start. I'm pretty nervous, but I'm also mostly nervous about being cold or being hot, not being the right temperature. So I think once I get running, I'll be better. I don't know. It's finally here. I know, I've got my cape.
Make sure they can see your bib when they pass through the gate, please.
Runners, on your mark.
on mile 18, and so far Amanda's been like maybe 15, 20 minutes behind her. It's been like 30 minutes, and I still haven't like seen her, so I'm not sure if she's okay. The live tracking app says she stopped, but I'm not sure if it's just not updating, or is it, you know, did she get hurt? I don't know. So if you can give me a call back, man, whenever you can, just let me know if you know anything. All right, I'll be headed back to the finish. Talk later.
Qualifying time, so that should hopefully get me a good spot. Yeah. I think we're gonna go get some food. I'm pretty hungry, but I don't know what yet. I'm just gonna eat whatever.
So right now we're waiting for Amanda to finish, we think. We can't find her. The app isn't tracking her. Her Garmin has stopped recording, so either she's finished or she just decided to stop running. So we'll find out here in a little bit.
Finished the race, got with my medal. I didn't have a great race. My IT bands flared up and had terrible pain from like mile 15 till the end. I finished. That was one of my, I have tiered goals every time I have a race, and that was the number one. I just wanted to finish. Number two is to finish not injured. Kind of failed on that one. But, you know, I started strong, which makes me think I can do it. I have to get my cross training in order. I have to make sure that the rest of my body can keep up lungs, because I could breathe the whole time. That's good. I'm a little delirious and I cried like the last 10 miles. So I wasn't planning on taking any running time off. I was going to go right into trail running, but I'll probably take at least a week.
and when, although I wasn't there, he said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes, I thought you died alone.